how are you doing today? Diana from Adirondack Girl at Heart. I teach antique lovers how to create successful vintage and antique businesses that they love. And today I want to share some of my recent vintage finds with you. Let's take a look at some Ironstone. I picked up these really cool Ironstone salt and peppers. They aren't marked on the bottom. They were at Salvation or Goodwill for $5.99. Green was half price, so I got them for $3. They are super heavy, like you would expect Ironstone to be. I have some little corks to replace on the bottom. I have been selling Ironstone and restaurant ware, American and English, like crazy on Etsy. So I recommend you give it a try. I'm going to list these at about $30 to $35. I have no idea what these are, but my goodness, aren't they cute? Strainers of some sort. It was 2 for $1 at Captain's Treasures, a local thrift store. They're made by Apilco. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a French company, and I just sold a pair of candlesticks for, I believe it was $32.99. So I'm hoping to list these in the $20 to $25 range. If you know what they are, let me know. Here's a piece of restaurant ware. Restaurant ware is different than antique Ironstone in that it's made a little bit differently and it's more modern. I love the glossiness of it, and this little piece cost 99 cents. Probably made by a company like Shenango or Syracuse China. I'm going to try it on eBay, or Etsy. Usually I sell them from my antique booth for about $10. I would like to list this for higher on Etsy and see how it does. And then I picked up 6 of these little creme brulee ramekins. They're signed HIC on the bottom. That's Harry's Import Company, I think is what that stands for. This company is still in business. I am going to list, I have a set of 6 of these. I'm going to list them on Etsy for about $25, I think, 25, 28, something like that. I would put those into the modern day restaurant ware category also. Let's look at a couple of other pottery pieces. This is a nice farmhouse style, newer, but not that new. I'm going to say maybe 1970s spoon rest with spatterware. It was $1. I would like to price it at 10 to 12 in my antique booth. Then this is a little crock. These sell really well for me for my booth. It was $1. Has a little painting on it. I'm going to scrape that off. It's by RRP & Co. out of Roseville, Ohio. That's Rain's Bottom something company. Don't get that mixed up with Roseville pottery, which is not stoneware. It's just beautiful art pottery. This will probably sell for $10 for my booth. Here's another cool piece. I'm gonna write a blog article about Majolica, and this is Japanese take on Majolica. It's tinware glaze or bright colors on embossed decoration. This cost $5 from the Malta Flea Market. It is marked made in Japan on the bottom. I would date this to about the 1950s, probably. Worth about $25 to $30. At a thrift store, I picked up this pair of Austrian porcelain dinner plates. They were 2 for 99 cents. I could not pass that up. Even though china like this does not tend to sell very well, even if I keep it myself to bring cookies to a friend and let them keep the plate, I would be super happy with that. If I tried to sell them from my antique booth, I would probably list them at about $8 each, $5 to $8. I might check Etsy and see how they would do there. And here's the last piece. Oh, not the last piece. I do have a couple more, but this is just a little china vase. I collect small vases this size, so I bought this to add to my collection, but I could sell it for about $10. Okay, so that's the china. Let's look at some mid-century modern. Here is a drink mixer that I just fell in love with. It was a set with the mixer. It's got an applied handle, meaning the handle was applied separately. So this was probably hand blown but into a mold, and then the handle was applied afterwards. I believe I paid $3 for that, and I hope to sell it for $25 to $30. How about these cool textured glasses? I think these are Anchor Hawking, probably from the 1960s. I'd love to have a set of these. They only had two. They were 50 cents each. And I think they're worth about $5 to $8 each. Obviously, if I had a whole set, that would be better. I think they might have been made by Anchor Hawking. Last mid-century piece is this Schurig. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. That is a German company, still in production, I think. And it's signed Germany on the bottom. The price tag is covering that up, unfortunately, but Germany is embossed on the bottom. Paid $3 for that from Captain's Treasures. And I researched it a little bit, and I think it's worth about $30 to $45. I will list it on eBay first and see how it does, because several pieces did well there. Okay, that's that. Now a couple of books. You guys, if you've been watching for a while or reading my blog, know that I sell a lot of vintage cookbooks, mostly through my antique booth, the common ones through my antique booth, and then the more uncommon or more valuable I sell on eBay. I will list this one on eBay. This is Julia Child's first cookbook that she wrote in collaboration with two French ladies that she met while she lived over there. The first edition would be worth a lot of money. This one's probably worth about $20, and it's in good shape. Often, of course, with cookbooks, they've lost the dust jacket, so having that is definitely a plus. And I always recommend picking up, if you have an antique booth in particular, picking up historical books related to your area. So I live near Schenectady, and I picked up a couple of books. These were each $1, and I tend to price these in about the $10 range, depending on how rare I think they are. Okay, so a couple of miscellaneous items. Picked up this Santa. He dates to about the 1970s. If you've heard of the Midwest, I think it's, let's see what it says, the Midwest Importers. They produce a lot of Christmas decorations, and some of them sell very well. I'm hoping he sells in about the $25 range from my antique booth or from Etsy. He has the sweetest face, really antique looking face. I liked him. He cost $1 from a Ravenna, local Ravenna thrift store. And I also picked up this little wooden box, wooden casket with all this brass trimming, which I will leave as is, and I will wax the wood and really bring it out. It costs $3. I'm hoping it will bring about $25 also. Now let's look at the Farmhouse. Let me show you this. I paid $4 for this row of spindles. These are going to be great for projects. I like to make garden angels, and I think this would be good for the bodies. We'll see. All that great chippiness. $4. Did I say that? This tin was $1. It's caramel toffee, made in England. Container made in England. I would date it to 1940s, something like that. I'm going to price it at about $12. This pair of candle sconces, actually signed Dad and dated 1976. So these were made for the bicentennial, I'm sure. They're hand wrought, except for this little tin piece here. I paid a couple dollars for them. I love them. I plan to price them in the $30 to $35 range. My girlfriend Nancy, who I used to garage sale with every week, unfortunately, we're both working, and so we only go occasionally. Found this in her car. I must have left it there. Really nice redware little pitcher with this blue stripe. Cost $1. It is signed made in England on the bottom, and I will price it at about $12. Little bowl signed USA on the bottom. I paid 50 cents for that, and it's worth about $8 to $10. Paid $1 for this at the Malta Flea Market, a pewter cup. Just really love that. Wouldn't a succulent look great in that, or a little flower arrangement? I will price that at $10 to $12. Little milk or cream bottle. It reads half pint liquid Connolly Brothers. It costs 69 cents from the Schenectady City Mission thrift store. I will price it at about 10. Picked this up at a kind of a garage sale that a dealer friend was having. I sold another roll of ribbon like this. I mean, that typography is just amazing. It was red, white, and blue ribbon, and I sold it for $20 on eBay. This is just a very plain yellow. I would like to try it again on eBay, but probably lower. I'll start at $15. Picked up cross stitch. I have a blog post all about cross stitch, and I actually paid $3 for it. I just thought it was cute. It's a little wooden frame. I will sell it somewhere in the $20 range. And last item, a Victorian pincushion that I just fell in love with, and I paid $7 for it, which is a lot for me. I think on eBay it will be worth about $30 to $35. That's my guess right at this point. So before I sign off, I want to say that I have blog posts, blog articles about Ironstone, collecting Ironstone, and an Ironstone price guide, which I will link below. And did I want to add anything else about, oh, and I also have articles about vintage cookbooks, and I have a vintage cookbook price guide. So you want to hop on over there and check those out. One last item that I forgot to show you. This is from the Malta Flea Market. Paid $2. It is signed Nippon, which is Japan, on the bottom. So this dates to about the 1910s or 20s. I don't tend to buy pieces like this. The lusterware doesn't generally appeal to me, but oh my gosh, it is in perfect condition, and that poppy decoration is just beautiful. I think this is called a sugar shaker. You often see hat pins in sugar shakers or things like this, although this would be probably too deep for most hat pins. I'm going to guess that it's worth about $25 to $35. So that's it for today. I hope that you will give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I would love that. And thanks for hanging out with me today. And as always, happy hunting.